And we have team coverage again tonight, beginning with Night Beat's Katie Nielsen. She is live in Sonoma County. And Katie, what are the priorities for firefighters tonight?
Ken, if you take a look back behind me, you're actually seeing it, and that is trying to put out the hottest spots in this fire. We're actually near Shiloh Ridge Regional Park, not very far from some of the neighborhoods here. And what firefighters are doing right now is they are trying to put as much water as they can on these fires using hand tools, trying to make sure that none of the embers will pick up by the winds tomorrow and then spread this fire. So the goal tonight and into the morning, take advantage of these calm winds, cut as much line as possible, and cool down these hot spots inside the fire. Hand crews will work through the night cutting fire lines, while other crews focus on cooling hot spots ahead of strong winds expected to return tomorrow.
With the southwest winds we had today, it gave the firefighters a little bit of a break with the fire behavior. Although as the winds began to shift around, that fire behavior did increase and has caused them some dramatic problems, producing some high fire intensity fire behavior again, as well as some additional medium range spotting.
Back at the evacuation centers, people are tense and anxious, waiting to see where the fire will go next.
His name's Rocco, and this is his second time going through evacuation.
Rocco and his owners, Kevin and Stacy Henderson, live in Coffee Park in Santa Rosa, in one of the few homes that was not destroyed in the Tubbs fire in 2017. He said this time they knew what to expect when the Kincade fire moved closer.
Ash coming down, wind blowing. We're like, we're out of here again, here we go.
He says this evacuation was different than 2017. Lessons, unfortunately, learned the hard way.
It was a fire in Calistoga. We all went to bed thinking it's up there. 2 o'clock in the morning, it's on us. They are ahead of it this time, well equipped. We knew it was coming. I think they geared up for it.
Part of the reason why, even through an historic wind event, the number of structures destroyed is in the dozens, not thousands. But that doesn't ease the anxiety of what could happen when the winds pick up again tomorrow.
As the winds continue to change and get into that red flag warning northeast flow, it is going to increase that fire behavior to levels that we saw when this fire initially began.
It's draining, no sleep again, and nobody knows what's going to happen.
So again, we are here near Shiloh Ridge Regional Park. This is an area where the fire did flare up earlier today, but as you're seeing right now, these fire crews are trying to put out as many of the hot spots that started today as possible. This was not a home. This was actually some type, the firefighters told me, of either a log pile, some type of an area where there are a lot of stumps all gathered into one spot. The reason why they are working on this right now is they know the winds are going to pick up tomorrow. And so the goal is to try to get as much of these hot spots out as possible, cool them down. That's why you see them there with rakes trying to turn everything over, find those still burning embers, and then put water on them. So they're bringing in truck after truck. Each truck holds anywhere from between 500 and 800 gallons of water. So this is going to be a long process tonight. It's happening all throughout the Kincade fire in various areas as these crews try to do everything they can tonight, taking advantage of these calm winds to get ready for tomorrow and hopefully not see the same type of spot fires that we saw earlier this week. Live near Shiloh Ridge, Katie Nielsen, KPIX 5.